The title of this blog post is called Choice versus Decision, plus Gimme All the Retrogrades. I've been trying to tap into my intuition more, learning how to trust myself again rather than talk myself in or out of things. Intuition knows. Mind tries to keep us safe. I worked with a coach once that said, a choice is instant. It comes from that moment and comes from a place of intuition. A decision comes from ego. It's something that you think through and take into account your past, your potential future. Her theory was that if you've done your healing work, your shadow work, integrated the lessons from your past, that your intuition would take those pieces into account and that instinctual choice is the answer. When you have to decide and think using your mind, whose job is to keep you safe and comfortable. You can talk yourself in or out of anything, but your intuition knows best. I pulled a card for this reading, and I pulled the lizard. Instinctual, sensitive to the subtle, dreamer. With so many planets in retrograde, and Mars entering retrograde in a couple weeks, we can be feeling in between worlds. When we play into this ethereal energy, we have a tendency to tune inwards rather than seek answers externally. That's where the answers are after all, aren't they? Internally? To an extent, yes. When a planet is in retrograde, i.e. it's spinning backwards, it's asking us to look at that area of our life. Are we being authentic? Are there parts of us that we have been holding back or not paying attention to? Parts of us that we've been shaming? It's time to look at those questions and ask ourselves, why are we doing that if we are? And how can we change if we want to? The planets that are closest to us, we feel more. The planets that are farther from us, we may feel less, but still prevalent, especially as a collective. The planets in retrograde right now are Uranus, which is independence and individuality, Jupiter, personal expansion and evolution, Pluto, inner demons and shadow self, Saturn, karma, boundaries, and rules for self, and coming soon, Mars, the planet of passion. It can be helpful to check where these planets are in your birth chart and give you more insight as to how these retrogrades are affecting you personally. There's a link below included to pull up your birth chart and see where the placements of those planets were the moment you took your first breath. As the cosmos alignment continues to get intense, continue to do things that help you regain trust of yourself and your intuition. Create time to get quiet and just listen. Create time to let yourself sit and feel without judgment. Create time to do things that bring laughter and joy out of you. Create time to tap into your creativity. Create time to rest. Create time to reflect and ask yourself questions. This can sound overwhelming, but each of these can be minutes in the day. 2 minutes to feel, as emotions run for about 90 seconds when you actually just sit with a feeling without creating stories around it. Doodle while you're on a call. Take a 10-minute power nap. Take a walk around the block. Color a page out of a coloring book with your kid or by yourself. Sit and listen for 5 minutes. Do them all every day or pick one every day. When you do these for yourself, you'll make it easier to hear your intuition and act accordingly. If you want some guidance for your meditations, you can check out my guided meditations below, which are links to other YouTube channels or YouTube videos that I've included, such as the grounding cord meditation, chakra alignment meditation, and a balance meditation with beats by Glow Me in the background. In the newsletter, I include music, meditation, and movement that I'm feeling this week. The music that I'm listening to was Here Comes the Hot Stepper, the Harticle remix by Ini Kamoze and Salaam Remi. I haven't heard this song in a minute, but it always puts a hot pep in my step. Here comes the body rolls and head sway. The meditation that I included below, which is the grounding cord meditation, is something that I talk about in the newsletter. Let Pachamama ground you. In a seated position, imagine an indestructible cord at your tailbone. Picture your cord going from your tailbone down to the center of the earth, hooking to the core, rooting you down. Breathe with this image, knowing that the earth's got you. Do this before a big meeting or a call. The movement for this week is Chaturanga. I took a yoga class led by Shauna Harrison recently. They're donation-based online, and I highly recommend them. They're on Tuesdays and Sundays. She had us do Chaturanga twice, before up dog, and then again after up dog, to push up to down dog. Ooh-wee, my body was on fire, but felt so strong to even do just one. And below that is the link to our Changemakers World Changers program, a 6-month program that you can break down into 2-month periods where we create small daily changes to create bigger changes in the world around you. So all of those will be in the link below, in the comment or in the description below, so you can listen, meditate, move at your pace. Sending much love and many blessings. Peace.